Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and joining me now is Sarah Louise-Ryan, who is a dating relations expert, so she knows her stuff, and also Martin Todd as well, who is a Men's Health Forum chairman. First of all, Sarah, let's come to you then. Valentine's Day, is it going ahead this year? Is it not going ahead? I don't reckon it is, to be honest.
Oh, well, I'd really like to think it's going ahead, but the report has found with the Time to Raise It movement that only 1 in 10 couples have actually made plans for Valentine's Day. Now, the report was taken just a few short weeks ago, so I'm hoping that there's been some movement on it since then. However, the signs aren't looking good, and it's something that we're definitely opening up a conversation on, because we think that lockdown must have had an effect on how, couples are connecting this Valentine's Day, unfortunately.
I'm in that bracket, by the way. I don't want to be too graphic, but there's nothing going on during lockdown, if you get my drift. So what do you reckon it is? Martin, let's come to you for a second. Martin, what do you reckon it is? Is it because of lockdown and the whole situation?
Well, definitely lockdown is having an effect in terms of stress and the strain of it and the change that it's putting on relationships. And that, stress and anxiety can feed through to people's intimacy and their love life, basically. And one of the things this survey shows is that about 1 in 5 men are saying that they've struggled to get an erection since the pandemic started. And in typical fashion, about 2 in 5 of those men aren't actually asking anybody about it or asking for help.
It's a very male thing, though. I'm not in that bracket at the moment. It's just that there's nothing going on in the bedroom. I wouldn't want to go and speak to anybody. I don't want to speak to it now about it. Do you know what I mean? It's a very...
it's not an easy topic to talk about. I mean, what's interesting is more and more men are doing it. So it's, whereas, 10 or 20 years ago, nobody would have talked about it. We now live in a world where if you've got that kind of issue, firstly, something that's always worked if it's relating to the relationship or stress is that talking about it can help. But also, if you go and talk to somebody like a pharmacist or a GP, firstly, they might tell you if there's actually something more serious that's behind it, which is sometimes the case for people. But, there are things that can be done.
Sarah, I'm going to come back to you because you're a dating expert. Mm-hmm. Is it okay to say to your partner, I've got a few problems down there and I just don't fancy it? Is that all right?
Oh, my goodness, it's more than okay. I think that the conversations should be happening more so than they are in couples. And it's not just the responsibility of the person that's, experiencing the EP. It's also their partner to create a safe space for them to open up conversation. I think, it's the age-old saying that a problem shared is a problem halved. And we're finding that with the report, 34% of people that took part are saying that they feel more disconnected than before the pandemic with their partners. And I think it is time to raise it, and that's why the movement is named as such, because we want to open up the channels of communication between couples. And I think, it's about taking a leap of faith and stepping into that vulnerable space, because the end goal, essentially, which I'm sure you'll agree, is to have more connection, more intimacy in the bedroom, outside of the bedroom, just to feel more connected in a couple. So if you can focus on, I guess, the end goal of what the outcome could be positively by sharing that vulnerability and using inclusive language will enable for you to both connect. I think it's important. More than okay is the bottom line.
Sarah, give us a few tips then straight away. The very, very first steps that you would need to do if you've got problems in the bedroom department.
Well, I think, practically speaking, if you want to start, to pave the way towards intimacy, you can start by practicing flirting with your partner. So these are like practical things other than conversation. I'll get to that in a moment. But I think simmering throughout the day, and it's something that I've been talking about a lot recently, because we don't have enough eroticism of the mind going on. We are not as excited about life in general. It's making us feel like 33% said that they felt, frustrated, and 23% saying stressed. So, well, we can start to work towards eradicating those feelings by feeling more excited. And I think simmering away, what I mean by that, it's like, a little kiss on the neck in the morning, it's a touch on the knee while having lunch together if you're quarantined together. And it's starting the art of the flirt, which has somehow lost its way, especially with Brits, as the report seems to suggest that's a group of people that have taken it. So I think it is important to simmer, it is important to flirt, and then we should also be communicating what is going on, what we feel might just not be getting us in the mood. I think 35% of Brits are saying that they do not feel in the mood at the moment. And it's unsurprising, but there are conscious and concise and consistent steps that, men that are experiencing EPs can take, those people that are partnered with men experiencing EPs can take. And I think inevitably it could connect us by communicating it and starting the art of the simmer and the flirt.
I'm going to come back over to Martin. Martin, you're a guy, obviously. Yeah. So I'm going to let you have the last word. Talk to me man to man then, Martin. What are your top tips to addressing this situation? Well,
I think ultimately the top tip is talk to somebody and get some help. And if you are really worried about it, firstly, we've put a section on Facebook, Time to Raise It, facebook.com/time to raise it. If you're just worried generally, the Men's Health Forum has a lot of health information. menshealthforum.org.uk/NOB will give you the kind of information you might be interested in. And generally, don't worry about going to talk to a pharmacist or asking to talk to your GP. It's something they're used to talking about. It's something they can give you helpful advice and help you deal with the issue, particularly if it's something that's worrying you and you're concerned about and you want to do something about it.
Actually, a question just did pop into my mind, if I've got a brief minute to ask you, Martin. If you go to the doctor, is it always going to be the magic blue pill, or is it going to be something else?
There are a wide range of causes for erectile dysfunction and erection problems, and it can very much depend on what your circumstance is. There's a wide range of options that they now have available. I think for most men, it may well relate to the blue pill or different coloured pill, any coloured pill, but. This is an area where a lot of research has gone on, a lot of new techniques are available, there are a lot of different options, and the GP can help you find the one that's right for you.
So the message from both of you then, I take it, is that romance is not dead. Valentine's Day is around the corner. Just talk and make the effort, I suppose.
Absolutely.
Yes. Open the conversation and, start putting the joy back into your relationship inside and outside the bedroom, for sure.
Fabulous. Martin Todd, Men's Health Forum Chairman, thank you very much for your time. And also Sarah Louise-Ryan, dating and relationship expert. Thank you both.